Hi there. My name is Psychic Jason Prophet, and I am happy that you dropped in to check out this video. A lot of folks know me as a trusted psychic and advisor and have run across me at modernmindreader.com. A lot of other folks have come through my psychic development classes at psychicdevelopmentclass.net as well as in person over the past decade. Now, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you today about intuition. You see, that still small voice that often pops up for us, sometimes in today's busy world we tend to not listen to it. Now, this is one of the things that a lot of my students in psychic development class begin developing as they move through the week's courses. And if you're curious about how to develop your own intuition a little more, then I encourage you to swing by www.psychicdevelopmentclass.net and make sure you sign up for classes and go ahead and sign up for email or phone coaching as well. That way you can get advice from an expert while you're going through the class if you'd like a little extra tutelage. But today we're going to talk about the importance of listening to your intuition. And you've probably gotten that feeling that somebody was about to call and then the phone rang, or that somebody was going to drop by, or that maybe you were just going to have a visitor, and then sure enough, knock, 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 right there on the door. Well, a couple of weeks ago, the importance of listening to your intuition hit home with me very hard. It was a Monday, and I was taking care of behind-the-scenes stuff and spending some time with my daughter, and we had stopped for lunch. Now, I had tried to get in touch with my mother several times that morning, but I was unable to. Her cell phone was going to voicemail, and sometimes she's busy and has stuff going on. Nothing unusual about that. But while we were sitting at lunch, I told my little girl, "Baby, we're going to have to drive to Greenville and go check on Mimi because I believe something may be wrong." And she said, "Why, Daddy?" I said, "All I can tell you, baby, is you just have to listen to your gut feelings. When you have a feeling about something, you need to listen to it." So we drove 15 miles from where we live to my mom's house. And when I got there, her cars were there. Front door was locked. I knocked. Nobody answered. I rang the doorbell. Nobody answered. I went around to the backyard and knocked on the back door, and I heard her holler from the back of the house. She said that she was unable to get out of the tub. Please help her. So, obviously, I went into emergency mode. I've got a key to her house, but she had had a new screen door put on the front recently, and I was unable to unlock the screen door because it was locked in front of the house door. So, knowing that she had been in the tub for a while, I decided to go ahead and break the back door window so I could unlock the door and let myself in through the back. And when I got inside, she had been stuck in the tub for about 3.5 hours. At that point in time, I noticed that she was slightly delirious and seemed to be hallucinating that several things had happened that I know for a fact hadn't happened while she was in the tub. We called emergency crews, and when they got there, they found that her sugar was nearly coma level. Another couple of hours, and my mom would have been in a diabetic coma. Now, she had been getting some treatment for a swollen foot, and apparently it hadn't been noticed that an infection had developed in that foot, which triggered a chain reaction in her system, causing her kidneys to not function properly, keeping her blood sugar medicine in her body, forcing her sugar to drop. Thankfully, after a few days at the hospital, she had a surgery. They were able to start getting the infection down. Thank goodness she still has most of her foot. The surgery went well. Thanks for wondering about that. I appreciate those of you who thought about that. The surgery went incredibly well, and she is doing fantastic today. But there for a few days at the hospital, she was showing signs of kind of a mild delirium or dementia. But once they were able to get the infection in her blood under control. All of her levels started slowly returning to normal. Her mental capacity returned to normal very quickly, and she once again returned to the thumbtack sharp lady that I know her to be. Can you imagine the gravity, though? The heaviness of the situation, realizing that had you not listened to that intuitive voice, that you would have lost a loved one. When you think about that, in our busy world today, it's so easy to push back things of the esoteric or things that we seem to believe aren't as important. But whether you want to call this a psychic vibe, mother-son intuition, the voice of God, the important thing is that when I was impressed with the fact that I needed to go check on my mother, I acted on that intuitive voice. I drove to town to check on her, and I am so thankful that the universe provided me with the opportunity to save her life. But of course I've told her, don't you dare try that again, because it'll probably only work once. And she just laughed and cackled. This is the importance of developing your intuition. You can have a better connection with the people that are around you, your loved ones, and you can learn to trust that still small voice. And it all starts with learning some basics. So, if you want to develop your intuition and learn more about the psychic connection that you have to the world around you, I encourage you to swing by www.psychicdevelopmentclass.net and sign up for classes. With or without coaching, it's entirely up to you. This is one of the most important aspects of being a human. You know, when you look in the animal world, they all respond to the energies around them. If you approach a dog with ill intent, you don't have to tell the dog you're going to kick him. He knows that you don't mean him well, just by the energy that you're projecting. If you intend friendship with a dog, he knows that too, doesn't he? So, at the animal level, this is something that's there and available for every living, breathing creature on the planet, which is why we want to help you tap into it. So join me over at psychicdevelopmentclass.net, and we can get you going in our 6-week program. Basically, you get one lesson per week, and it unlocks a week at a time. And after you've gone through those 6 weeks, every single week you also have homework and things to practice with someone else, and you too will begin seeing your own intuition unlock and develop. And I love getting stories from folks who've been through my classes, and I don't mean just new age folks and hippies and things of that nature. I've got a fellow who's a construction worker, and this guy races race cars on the weekends. You wouldn't think of him as the kind of guy who would want to develop his own psychic abilities, but amazingly, as he went through class, he and his daughter started doing some of the homework together, and they were stunned at the connection they were able to develop and literally be able to read each other's minds right there practicing some of the things from class. So if that sounds intriguing, or you just want to get in better touch with your own intuition, go ahead and sign up at psychicdevelopmentclass.net. And if you would prefer just to schedule a reading at some time with yours truly, you can swing by modernmindreader.com, and you'll be able to sign up and schedule a reading there. Thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this, and I hope that in the future I'll be able to help you get in better touch with your own intuition. Have a great day.